Hello, this is Chaff Commander Coffee, back with another episode of Dominions4, Thrones of Ascension. I want to start by apologising. The recording failed for the last turn. I'm not sure what caused it, probably just OBS being a bit screwy from time to time. But yes, I did lose that turn. There wasn't any real battle. There was one battle in Northangs, which was quite large, but not anything particularly important going on. But this turn, however, there is a lot more important things going on. Now I'll try to recap over the decisions I made last turn, with how the war was progressing. But there's no point wasting time. Let's get straight into this turn. So our research in blood magic is completed. We are now level 6 blood magic, which allows us to bind ice devils now. Costs 88 blood slaves. They are a commander. Each ice devil is the ruler of one of the 6 icy realms of Kukaitos. So you can summon one of 6 ice devils. We do have a lot of blood slaves. We also have the capabilities to summon them, and so we're going to summon all of them because why not? Why not? When you have the option, we're going to summon all 6 of those infernal commanders if possible. I hope we have enough blood slaves. We do seem to have gained quite a good number this turn, so we'll try and do that. Ahmad cast the Pyre of Frozen Flame. So hopefully next turn we'll find out how many gems that's going to generate us, but I won't have him cast it again or move to another province to cast it, because I don't know whether it's going to be worth how many gems I put in. I put 15 fire gems into the ritual, so it should last a year. I'm hoping that it will, it will probably generate more than 15 gems, but I'm not sure what types. I'm tending towards water and death, which I can always use, so yeah, not too bad. There was plenty of site searching, so I'll go over that. Well, if we find anything, I will remember to check those provinces. So one site in Ophaleth, one site in Bakar, which are both blood hunting provinces, so we'll be looking at them anyway. One site in Pustinia, which is not we're getting a lot of sites this turn. We found a magic site in Nom as well, and another site in Menace. We found 6 magic sites, I think. Wow, that's an incredible number. So, there was a lot of battles, and we'll come back to them, of course. So let's go over the other messages. An unexpected event has occurred in Epernia. A few ice crystals of fantastical proportions have fallen in the province. 2 water gems. I wouldn't quite call that fantastical proportions, but 3 gems is 3 gems. An unexpected event has occurred in Kratas. A local slave lord is seeking absolution for his sins, and so he has given us many blood slaves and 95 gold. And great, great for you. Absolution granted. An unexpected event has occurred in the chambers underneath. A hidden laboratory has been found and claimed in your name. A lab has been gained, as well as 2 astral pearls, 1 nature gem, and a stinger, which I can't actually remember what that magic item is, so I will take a look at that in a moment. We are continuing to destroy the gate at the fort in Emilzar, but we still need more time. We killed a bunch of filthy brigands. Our troops in Mir are starting to starve due to lack of supplies. We'll come back to that. And the Feathered Serpent has been bought, and we'll fight for our cause for 3 months, which is pretty good. So, now I may have already spoiled the results of one of the battles, so we'll have a look at that first. Or was there no battle? Maybe our units who went to Mir met no resistance? Yes. Our units who went to Mir met no resistance, so I didn't actually spoil anything. So we will look at our site searching. First we're starting with here in Ophaleth. we found the Well of Whitewater, which is pretty good. There was a site in Pustinia. We found the Lake of Living Water, or the Brigand Lair. I think probably the Lake of Living Water. In Menace, we found the Enchanted Tower for 1 Earth Gem. It's pretty good. Bakar, we found the Grove of Evergreens for 1 Nature Gem. Pretty good again. I believe we also found one more in Nom. Yes, Nom had a death site. The Labyrinth of Skulls for another death gem. Pretty good. So yeah, plenty of sites this turn. Plenty of sites. Right. Now, let's take a look at these battles. Now, what Modi did last turn was actually hire the Saladar, the Spectral Mage, and send his ghosts onto land to attack us. Now, Modi didn't actually have anyone protecting Valgard. They had 1 Soulless Warrior with no commander. So my Frost Fiends did manage to easily capture that. However, there was a battle in Dryfields. No, that's not the one I want to look at. The battle in Eal is the one I want to look at. Now, I did send a commander here with heavy cavalry to deal with the enemy forces. However, I think the ghosts, with their chill aura and their fear, might have been enough to defeat my units. Now, to note, my sacred units aren't blessed right now, and they are in in winter. Although this battle would have happened in autumn, in late autumn, so they are at their weakest right now. And yes, the ghosts are doing a number on them. So hopefully we can kill quite a lot of the ghosts, because the ghosts are problematic. So let's just see how the men do. Not too great so far. Yes, and the goblins have decided to rout. So unfortunately our commander here, with his small force of units, didn't do very well against these ghost mercenaries. Yeah, they're actually a lot more annoying than I thought they were going to be. Never mind. There was a battle in Dryfields. This is Modi decided to send their force to Dryfields, and I did try and intercept them with Eramas. Now hopefully they do a good job. They're going straight for their commanders, which to be honest could win us this battle. And their commander is dead, and they begin to rout. Yep, so that was actually a very easy win. And we'll just ride down a few of their units. So yes, in Dryfields, we killed 13 of their men for no losses. It's pretty good. And I believe they had nowhere to retreat to, so they were utterly destroyed. It was only a small force, but every victory counts. So, the major battle of this turn was in Ferren Mountains. Solve and the hero Hark have brought their armies to the walls here, and have taken the gate down. They are now storming the castle. And Modi has a lot more units here than I thought they were going to. So there's Bloodlust. Solve just cast Bloodlust to boost all of our devils to strength 18. Yes, which should make a fairly big difference. Now, the devils are probably a bit too close, but they are going to now... Oh no, they're not deciding to fly. I wonder why they're not flying. You can fly. There's Hellfire. Yes, Solve is casting Hellfire. Now, where's Hark? Hark? Oh, there you are. There's Hark. Yes, Hark. Hark the hero with all of his magic gear here. Hopefully, he can swing the tide of battle if it looks a bit grim. But we seem to be doing alright. The Hellfire is clearing a lot of their chaff at the gate. And, yes, Hark has broken into the walls. Yes, Hark has now scored 1 kill. So let's focus on our hero now, our hero goblin, as he storms the walls against these ogres. He took no damage from the Hellfire there? No, he has fire resistance 10. He took no damage from the Hellfire, which is good. He has a Wraith Sword to regenerate his health, so yes, I think Hark should be fine to hold the front line here. Right, let's hope the devils can break through. Yes, they have engaged Solve, who has knocked himself unconscious. So hopefully he turns into a dragon if things look a bit grim. Wow, the Bloodslaves actually are managing to kill these Foulspawn infantry. which I'm not disappointed by at all. So maybe we don't need to worry about Solve, because his loyal blood slaves are protecting him. Yes, the loyal blood slaves managed to kill the Foulspawn, so there you go. Hark is now on the front lines again, and he's up to 4 kills now. So let's keep our attention on Hark now that Solve is safe. And there's Hark with another 2 kills there on the ogres. Yes, Hark is tearing through their lines, and they break. And Hark claims another with his mighty Wraith Sword. Yes, the giant goblin here, giant berserking goblin. Very scary, I'm sure. So yes, it looks like the battle was won, and we have claimed another Throne of Ascension. Let's see which one we managed to get. It was a little costly. We probably lost all of the blood slaves, but yes, we lost 5 devils, 9 swordsmen, 1 colossi warrior, and 5 sacred units. So we lost 20 men, but they lost everyone in that castle, so a total of 70 men and a Throne of Ascension. So on with the turn. We're going to have Solve claim this throne now. The Throne of the First Age, which increases magic and spreads dominion as per a very powerful temple. Increasing magic in my dominion is going to boost my research significantly, since my dominion is very strong, so all of my provinces with labs and mages will immediately receive that boost, I should imagine. The magic should spread very quickly in my dominion. So I believe we also found... did we find a scout? Yes, we found another assassin in Norfangs, but no worries there. So I moved a commander back here, Ergen, to pick up some more goblin spearmen. He's going to move the men back straight away, and let's position them. So Ergen's extra 51 spearmen. Yes, we can train 51 goblin spearmen with bows every turn. So we are able to bulk up our front line pretty quickly. I'm going to have you fire at the enemy... have you fire at large enemy monsters. In fact, I'm going to set my archers to fire at large enemy monsters. If they're set to fire closest, they often retarget the enemy flying units, which I don't really want them to do. I want all of my units to fire at the ogres, the Foulspawn ogres, which make up the bulk of the Median forces. So that's what I would prefer. Now I am going to take a few of these cavalry. I'm going to take, how many? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we'll take 8 of them and give them to Ascalap Boss here, and he's going to have them guard him. I want to just split the cavalry up a bit. Let's take 4 of them, shall we? Who could take them? Ergen. No, Ergen's not in the province, obviously. Alright, well, we'll split them like that. That should give these commanders maybe a bit more defense. Right. Let's take a look at where we have things to do. So yes, we have the Pyre of Frozen Flame here. Oh, there's 13 months left. Fair enough. Yes, so it only works in cold... well, it begins to generate gems once the province is cold enough, but since we have a cold 3 dominion here, I think we'll start finding gems immediately, which is going to be pretty good. Now, these ghosts... Now, the Frost Fiends should have no issue dealing with them. The Frost Fiends have magic weapons. So what we're going to do is get the Frost Fiends for that. Omequatl here, yes, you can forge some magic items for me. Now, what would I want you to forge? A Moonvine Bracelet would be a good idea. In fact, that would be an exceptional idea. So forge 1 of them. You might even have to forge 3 of them. That is another way I can boost my nature magic, but you need access to astral and nature to craft them. So this command is actually pretty good for that purpose. Now my men did split up a little bit. There's 1 sacred unit there. There's 4 sacred units here, which can just go on the Frost Fiend's army and just be set to attack. I think we'll have Simois here go back to Saltnoham. That way he can hopefully pick up a few more units. We'll send him to Epernia first. Now, I'm hoping this force doesn't get any ideas. Well, I suppose you can have some goblins guard you, and then we'll have the yes, we'll have the cavalry all in one big blob. Actually, we'll put them in a line. Have them in a line, and just attack. Put them right at the front. It can just be a big line of cavalry. It's fine. So we'll move this priest to go pick up the sacred unit. We might move the priest to pick up the sacred units that are routed. They are useful. Once they're blessed, they're actually very useful. So we'll have these set to just guard the commander right now until we can reorganize them. Let's keep recruiting sacreds in the capital, and then some more elite skirmishers to just make up the bulk. Harambe here forged us another Sea King's goblet, which should be good enough now. Let's see. You have the armor of knights. Now I'm going to swap that around. I want you to forge a Rhyme Hauberk. I want to give the Frostfiend General the Rhyme Hauberk, and then give this commander here, Simuus, the knight's armor, just so they have something to protect them whilst they are there. We can see the god of Modi for the first time. Gunlaug, the Frostfather. A Frostfather is a human pretender, so he's actually quite easy to kill. Right. Yes, it appears this nation is actually over the river, so we're going to just take a quick peek. I may leave my scout right here over the river. I can imagine this province being owned by them probably causes some tensions between them and their two neighbours here, Modi and Lycia. I should hope so, anyway. So we're going to see the extent of Lycia's land, but I believe they own all the way up to the river here. I think that's a safe bet, but maybe perhaps knowing where their capital will be would be a good thing. Now, we've noticed that the Lycian army actually moved back. They're not interested in a war with us right now. So I will still boost the province defense here to further deter them, but we can't perhaps rely on that all the time. So I think we're going to sneak this force there. Badawi does not need any more gems. Now this is awkward. We may have to attack Oak Beach next turn. I think that actually might be necessary. So these cavalry are going to move back to Emeralzar to support the main force. What do I want these commanders to do? We've just taken this castle. Could we replenish our army a bit? Yes, we could, for sure. I think what we'll do is try to recruit as many of these Colossi Spearmen as we can. Or maybe I want masses in particular. I can fit 10 men in this squad, and this is just sacred units. So maybe we'll bulk the sacred units up with a few elite skirmishers. I think that's a safe plan. Now, Hark and V can just be patrolling for now, unless they can construct something. They can't, so they'll just patrol for now. So make sure there's no enemy assassins lingering around the area. Now, Abide here is going to be using up some of our fire gems, summoning a terracotta army. And our death mages here are continuing to prove to be useful, I hope. So we're going to give them all skull staves, and all of them are going to summon some more revenants. And that way I can have all of those revenants site search, all three of them. I can start spreading these revenants out around my kingdoms to search for death sites. We do have a decent death gem income already, but I would like more, so we can summon some of the really big death creatures, if we need them. So Kartibu here finished forging a Dwarven Hammer. I think what I want them to forge now... Now these shields of ore are very good, the shields of gleaming gold. So I think I'm going to have him create those shields of gleaming gold, and take off those earth boots and replace them with some boots of youth, so he doesn't die of old age. Great. Now this Earth 2 mage here, he can't wear earth boots, but he can take a dwarven hammer, and we can give him a bloodstone, and now he is an Earth 3 mage. And I definitely need someone to forge more bloodstones. So you, who are binding demon knights, you are going to now forge bloodstones for me. Yes. In fact, you may need a bloodstone to start forging bloodstones, so we'll give you the bloodstone. Yeah, I think that's a better plan. And can you now forge bloodstones? Ah, you need blood magic 3. Not earth magic 3. Oh, okay then. Then yes, you can take the bloodstone back to be more useful. Good. You can go back to binding demon knights then. Find some more demon knights, and we'll have we'll have perhaps there's a mage here. Ah yes, you could do this. You could do this for me. I will give you a bloodstone. That's what I will do. We're going to give you both these things, since this clockwork smith doesn't need them right now. No, he doesn't. So yes, you can take the dwarven hammer, you can take bloodstone, now you can forge more bloodstones. Let's have you forge a bloodstone, since we're going to need a lot more of them to boost my earth mages. Now, I don't think, yes, we don't know how much the pie is going to create us yet, so I think I'm going to have a mard here. I really need boosters for... Oh yes, this is the Stinger. I realise what it is now. It's the level 1 Earth Spear. I forgot it was called this. So it's not actually that impressive, after all. What we need, really, is some blood boosters. So I need Solve to craft some, so that we can start getting some proper summoning going on. We can summon those ice devils, which I would very much like to do. We can do it. We just simply need you're just a right. What are we going to do with you? We'll give you boots of youth for now, and then we'll have you. We'll have you forge a lightless lantern for now. It's not a particularly high priority job, but we'll have him do it. And we do have another lightless lantern to give out, so let's give it to this mage here. Right, research is growing quite quickly, but it could be growing faster, so we'll try to improve that. I have no mages that need commands. Right, so Solve is going to claim this throne, and then I think what I'm going to get him to do is to... we don't have a laboratory here. We are going to need a laboratory as well. Now, there's no way we can set one up this turn without claiming that throne. So, do we have a laboratory? And we do have a laboratory in Northang, so I think what I'll do is, after we've taken the Farron Mountains, in fact, what I'm going to do in advance... They can't lead undead or demons, that's the problem. So these demons are stuck with Solve for now. And you can't take any more blood slaves either. It's a bit of a shame. Right. I think this should be the rest of the turn. Now with the rivers having frozen over, we need to start thinking about attacking Oak Beach. So that we have this river blocked off effectively. Now really, our goals in this war was to take the Farron Mountains, to claim Green Waters, possibly to claim this throne down in Fanlegia, but as you can see, we are already at, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6 ascension points. Now the throne here is the throne of the First Age, and I believe that's a level 2 throne. Yes, the throne of the first age is a level 2 throne, so we will have 8 ascension points. And yes, as you can see, we only need 12 to win. So, if my suspicions are correct and this is a level 2 throne, we actually only need to capture Green Waters and then one other throne, which would be a throne like the one in Muspel or the one in Sodden Merc. Now, Sodden Merc is closer and doesn't have a castle on it. So I am tempted to try and go for that with my full force. But we also do need to take Van Lygia. Now, if I get Solve to create blood boosters, and we effectively mass produce those Ice Devil commanders, if I outfit them with some useful items, they may be able to take the throne on their own, or with a small force of demons. We'll see. But I may also just dump my patrol units into an army, like a temporary army, march down to Van Lygia and simply take it. The other option is I could do another Hellpower bomb with the mages in Deeple Gulf. I could do that. I could do it with all of these mages as well, and all of these mages. And that would nab me, or I could get all these mages. They are stuck between them and Underspring. How many men could you recruit? Not enough, basically. Not enough. How about Lilithor? Ah, yes, you have a lot of mages here. The only problem is, in me very badly wanting to do another Hellpower bomb, this army does have a lot of flying units, which means they will just kill my mages before they can pull it off. So yeah, it's possibly not the best strategy. Instead, yes, we will opt for perhaps gathering my patrol forces with whatever men we can summon in a few turns, perhaps, and etc, etc. Right, I think that will be the end of the turn. I think that will do for this turn. So yes, we are only 4 points away from claiming victory, and we have 2 thrones within our sights, literally on our borders, and 2 more not far from there. So victory is within our sights, and if we're lucky and the throne in Green Waters is a level 2 throne, then we actually will just win straight away after taking that. So we might actually be only a few months away from victory, but I don't know. Anyway, it is now winter in year 6 of the Ascension Wars. It's been me, Chaff Commander Coffee. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.